bacon, 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 bacon. Bacon from scratch, and slightly healthier because I generally leave out the nitrates. So we use brown sugar. Today I decided to go with dark brown sugar. The ratio is 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of kosher salt. So I did it already in here. We got a dark brown sugar, a kosher salt. I got a little bit of not kosher in there because I ran out of kosher. Got some chili, literally C-H-I-L-I, New Mexico hot chili, ground up red hot chili, and pepper, and that's it. I'm gonna toss all that together, and then we're gonna rub it on some pork belly and let it cure. We can do this with the chemicals. It gives you the pink color to the meat, slightly different change in texture, although honestly I don't miss it, and it's just something you don't really need unless you're gonna have it for a long time or you need shelf life, which it doesn't last that long, so we don't need it. Put this up with a fork, break up all the chunks. Seems like there's always some chunks in the brown sugar, so just give it a quick stir, push it all together, and you get it all broken up, and the salt helps keep the brown sugar from sticking together. And the other stuff, the herbs, they just get out the way. So, by the way, if you don't have kosher salt, you can use regular fine grain. You just use half as much. So instead of a cup of brown sugar to a cup of salt, you use a cup of brown sugar to half a cup of salt. And even then, I find it ends up just a little more salty. So I often will go just a step less. But it all works out well in the end. Got some pork belly from Costco. I try to find the one that's less fatty. That's just me. Some people like their bacon a little fatty. I don't. Pat it dry with paper towel, and then we're gonna rub it, cover it with the rub we just made, and that also is the cure. So I washed and bleached this first, and the lid, and I washed my hands super good. Some people wear gloves. If I'm working with spicier stuff, I definitely wear gloves, but this, not too bad. So now we're gonna throw this in the fridge and leave it there. We're gonna flip it, top and bottom, and then switch them every day, or once a day, for 3 days. Alright, so it's been like a day and a half. I was busy yesterday, didn't get to it, so now we gotta flip them. And they stick together a little bit, and they're quite heavy. We're gonna put this one on the bottom and get this one to the top. Sometimes it's tricky. There we go. And as you can see, a lot of water, liquid is leached out. Gets all shittery and thick. You can also do this in gallon Ziploc bags. Just cut your bacon in smaller pieces, your pork belly in smaller pieces. Like usually this would be in like thirds, and then it goes pretty well there. It becomes a little more of a wet cure, but that seems to happen no matter what. There we go. We're a day and a half, so I gotta get this going. So the bacon is now good and cured. Right now we're gonna rinse it off, get it good and clean, and then we're gonna leave it set to dry for approximately 2 hours. You should go longer, should be in the fridge for like overnight. I do it the ghetto way because I never have enough time. So we're gonna rinse all the bacon off. Better not be too messy, but it's a bit of a slow process. And we're using cold. keep it cold the whole time. If we wash the container, obviously use hot. Washing the bacon, use cold. And stop it. Nice and dry again. You should really do this in the fridge, but I never have enough time. Should be 24 hours, well, at least overnight on a rack in the fridge. Nice and cool. It's still plenty cool, and of course it's been sitting in a cure for 3 days. Not like stuff's gonna be going on in 10 seconds. And now we're gonna cook it right now, so it's not like it's gonna get all crazy. So I'm gonna take one of these out, put it in the smoker. So I'm gonna put each one in the smoker. Got it 215 degrees, 225, 200, it all works. It all depends on what sort of time frame you're on. And we're gonna smoke it for till it hits 140 internal temp, 145. If you're really scared, you go 160. I usually go 145-ish. That is good for pork in the United States. The other reason is now it's basically like nice and moist. Cut it up and use it however you want after the fact. You want to fry it like bacon, fry it like bacon. You want to throw it in soup, whatever. It's just the way to do it. It's just the way I do it. But you can't get to be in this one because it's late and all my camera people are in bed. But there are 2 slabs of bacon cut in half. Now we're going, they've been resting, put them at 145 degrees. Now they've been resting for a good 30 minutes. Gotta get them cool enough. We'll bag them up, throw them in the fridge. Tasty goodness. Alright, so the bacon, obviously we made it, it's done. You're gonna get a little video. It's a little bit, you know, it's been in the fridge a handful of days, and it's still super tasty. We're gonna make BLTs, but I thought I'm gonna show you why this is better and different than normal bacon, right? Everyone makes it all thin. I get that, crunchy, whatever. This is a little different, and we're gonna make some BLTs. So of course I've been slicing it this way, but for BLTs today we're gonna go this way. Just gonna cut it thick. You can go as thick as you want, like obviously like a pork chop. And the reason is when you cut it like this, nice and thick, you brown it in the pan. Both sides get nice and crunchy, but the inside stays soft. It's fantastic. For BLTs, it's not ideal. For breakfast with eggs, it's the bomb. Yeah, we'll cook it here in a second and you can get a video of that. So actually, we almost always cook our bacon in the oven, right? Throw it in the oven at 400, 425, or 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes, and check on it. But for BLTs, we like it on the cooktop better, right in the pan. In other words, you get a little different crunch, a little different cook to it. So that's what we're doing today. But normally, cookie sheet, foil on the cookie sheet, throw it in the oven. It's fantastic, and it's not messy. If you're not doing that with your bacon, you should probably start. But today, we're gonna make a mess. Alright, so this does an awesome job. Get a nice brown sear on it. We want it all crunchy and good. Also, because this bacon's quite thick, it flattens itself out a little better than normal bacon. So you get a little better surface area when you cook it. Which I like. So, here you can see we're starting to get a really nice golden brown, both sides. It's a little bit crunchy, a little bit rigid. That right there, that's what we're looking for. So that was a little too done. Smells so awesome. Y'all are missing out. So, yeah. Pig belly. So good. There you go.